Hello YouTube, welcome back to my grandfather's pocket knives. Today we have, and I don't know if this is the word, but it's an ELOSI or ELOSI out of Solingen, Germany. Decent little knife. My grandfather wanted to sell it for $2 last century. Not much that I can tell about this company. It looks like, is one of many pocket knife dealers that would get manufactured in Solingen, Germany and imported into the United States. And that's about it. So not a whole lot I can say about ELOSI. So I don't know how old this guy is and everything. Does not look like stainless steel, so it might be kind of old. Is actually pretty interesting to me how many knife manufacturers and distributors and things like that there have been throughout history. So many that you just don't know. You can just kind of go, well, it's just another importer from Solingen. Solingen is a very major manufacturing city of cutlery in Germany. So, it's pretty quality as far as that goes. German knives are pretty good. They have nice German steel. I have not gotten into these pocket knives enough to know what kind of steel each blade has and stuff like that. I saw a video where somebody was explaining the German steel, and it was good steel and things like that, but that is as far as I've gone. And of course, I'm not fixing these guys up or anything. I'm just doing this light cleaning on this one. I try to take this masking tape stuff off and give them some oil. I use mineral oil. And then I list them on eBay for sale. They were my grandfather's knives. He would collect them, of course. That's why I'm doing this. I haven't explained this on my videos very often or for a while, but my grandfather would visit his local flea markets in Northern California, Sacramento area, and buy whatever he thought was cool. I think he would he would look at the tang stamp and just kind of off of memory go, oh, do I have one of those? I don't think I have one of those. And that was kind of his deciding factor, especially exhibited by so many like one-off knives for each manufacturer I've seen. There's a whole lot of them that are just one pocket knife per manufacturer that I've been going through the channels and showing off. And so yeah, they passed to my father, who he held on to them. He did do a little bit of research, but didn't talk to me much about these knives. And now that I have them, I'm not going to hold on to them because there's so many. I did not grow up a pocket knife enthusiast. And I'm probably not going to pass them down to my kids. So I am just doing what I can to honor my grandfather and his collection. Oof. While I have them in my possession. at the same time sort of, I don't know, kind of let go of the past. That's why I call this channel Pocketknife Therapy, as I come to terms with my father and grandfather. My whole father's side of the family is basically gone now. My father passed away last year. My aunt passed away last year as well, and those were the last two of my family line. So I was the last of that, and I have 2 daughters, so I don't have any sons. So my family line is gonna get wiped out, so to speak. So that is weird to think about. You never know. Might come around. But let's see, my grandfather passed away in 1996. So I was, let's see, 25 at the time that he passed away. And then my grandmother lived on. She passed away in 2018. They had 2 kids, my aunt and my father. And they both passed away in 2023. And now it's just me. So, yeah, it's a bummer. I was an only child, so it's a bummer. And so as I go through these pocket knives, part of my childhood is mixed up with these things. I did not spend a lot of time around my grandfather. They lived in Northern California and I lived in Southern California. So maybe once a year I would go and visit them. So we didn't have a huge camaraderie or anything like that. We didn't bond over these pocket knives or anything. Everybody, distant cousins and things like that, knew about these pocket knives because, when you have close to 1,000, it tends to get around. My grandfather had 4 sisters. So he was the last of his line. And everybody else, of course, took on everybody else's name. So that's another reason my family line is toast. So, yeah, it dies with me. See. My father, he bought the Goins book, I believe. I didn't get the Goins book along with this, but he looked them up in the book. He would write down the names of these in popsicle sticks and try to put them back, and they always end up in a big jumble. Some of them got sorted out, but I tend to get through the hard stuff first. That tends to be my personality. Let me get through the hard stuff first. So I took on sorting and doing research on these one-off kind of pocket knives that were just in a pile. But boy, I'm discovering a lot of cool stuff that I don't think either my grandfather or my father really knew they had. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is that's kind of the story of how we all came together. But yeah. My father had a lot of issues with his father, and he had a lot of issues with me. So it's a little bit of a tale of woe in that regard as well. It's can be kind of hard going through these pocket knives, and I've seen commenters talk about how, you know, I miss my grandfather and stuff. It's kind of a mixed emotions on as far as my grandfather goes. I know some people have said they didn't even have a grandfather, so in that way I should feel lucky, and that definitely puts things in perspective for me. So I should value what I have. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is you know, it's a decent enough little knife. It doesn't seem particularly spectacular. You know, it's got a corkscrew, so that's pretty cool. And it's not, you know, in terrible shape or anything. Don't know. It's a nice snap to the corkscrew. Looks like brass liners, pretty tight. Don't know what material this is. It looks like it's sort of plasticky, I think. You know, it seems like more modern plastic, not like a celluloid or anything, I don't think. This ends up being a candidate for an everyday carry for me simply because it's not worth a lot, so if I end up losing it, it's no big deal. No half stop, decent snap. Walk and talk is okay, you know, pretty good. It's, you know, pretty solid little knife. Feel like just about everything from Solingen is a solid piece, no matter what the actual worth is. But there you go. This next knife, ELOSI pocket knife from Solingen, Germany. This is pretty cool. It's nice and thin, so it sits in your wallet. It doesn't have a big old bump in your pants. Is that a pocket knife? Are you happy to see me? Heyo. Anyways, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. More family history and a little bit of pocket knife. Okay. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.